Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. Often the change to reusables can be both independent and confusing. The top 5 reasons that I hear the most about why people don't change to reusable menstrual products are: number 1, familiarity and brand loyalty. Users of menstrual products, tampons and pads have a high tendency to be brand loyal, whether to Tampax or OB or Libra or Carefree. These represent significant challenges to overcome, especially when your options in the reusable market, cloth pads of various sizes, shapes, styles and materials, as well as menstrual cups, discs and underwear, can be so overwhelming. So when you are moving from something you are comfortable with, a comfortable staple that's been in your life possibly since you started menstruating, to a new product where the options are a lot, can definitely be challenging. However, it is definitely worth a switch, which is a lot of what we talk about on this channel. I have gone over the benefits in other videos of switching to cloth pads, and I'll link a couple of them below. The second reason I hear a lot is essentially peer pressure. Quite often there is significant amount of pushback when telling people about reusable products, even when you can get past the first initial negative reaction. The use of reusables, so they're kind of, if you're telling family or friends about cloth pads or reusable menstrual products, quite often their initial reactions can be quite negative. There is also the issue of being brand loyal to a product that may have been introduced by a family member, such as older sisters or mothers, meaning that they are more familiar with that brand. And it also means that your family, as well as your friends, can peer pressure you into sticking with single-use disposables because they are familiar with that themselves. Using a new product can be scary when you don't know how easy they are, and when you don't know how, when you don't know how to kind of push back against peer pressure. Number 3 is you don't know anyone who uses them. One of the biggest issues is that no one else may use reusables, meaning that you are influenced by your immediate family member and your friends. So the potential risk factors for transitioning are influenced by the attitudes of your or attitudes that you're pre-exposed to, and so if you've already been exposed to negative attitudes towards your body and your vagina and your uterus and your vulva and your period, you will also have a negative view from the start. A common statement that I see is that period blood is the most shamed blood, but also one of the few not found in violence or accident. So reusables are intimately interactive, and they require placement and cleaning and interaction with both your vagina and your vulva and your period blood. And the interaction and socialization hurdle that these things can present means that they need to kind of be worked on and personally worked on, and can quite often mean that you are working on your own prejudice against your period blood as well as the people's around you. Your attitude matters and your attitude counts. Make sure you choose an important path. So number 4 is safety, like hygiene and TSS. Another big hurdle to overcome is the perception of hygiene, as in that cloth pads may be dirty or cause infection or create a situation in which TSS may proliferate. However, you don't throw out clothing, you wash them, you wash your cloth pads. It's very similar. While there is a more involved cleaning process in your cloth pads than there is in your underwear, you still wouldn't throw out your underwear after every wear. So TSS is rare with tampon use or with menstrual cup use. Essentially, you will not catch TSS from anything external to your body. So you will not catch TSS from pads, irrelevant of whether they're disposable or cloth. But there is a potential to catch TSS from anything that you use internal to your body, which includes tampons, menstrual cups and menstrual discs. The TSS is just a very rare, even with tampon use. And to combat this, you basically need to maintain your personal hygiene. You wash your hands, you have a shower a minimum of once a day, and you should be fine. Seriously, you should be fine if you have a shower once a day, at least, or, you know, bathe yourself once a day, and you wash your hands if you're putting anything internal. Your cup, outside of the Be Free cup, which I think is self-sterilizing, the rest of your sterilized cups you can boil for, I think most cups recommend 5 minutes. TPE comes with a 3-minute boiling, but you sterilize them by boiling them in, obviously, boiling water. You can also use certain washers. Make sure these are scent free, please. And the third thing is you can sterilize them by UV, which I've shown you before. Number 5, the last one that's on this list, is Be the Change. So you found this video or others on YouTube. You may have found blogs about reusable cloth. You can also find so much information on the how and the why of reusable menstrual products. So what is important is you decide for yourself where you're going to go with this. I always recommend reading a lot of information, researching a lot of information, watching a lot of YouTube videos about it, because there are so many options out there that what works for me is not going to work for you, and what was going to work for you is not going to work for me. So be aware that because there are so many options out there, you will find that you might like a certain style or a certain shape or a certain type, or you might like a certain maker or a certain person online that, you know, has a YouTube channel. I know that a couple of cloth pad makers also have YouTube channels. Jess is Blessed and Pad Thai both have YouTube channels on here, as well as being cloth pad makers. Precious Star Pads has quite a big YouTube channel here, and while she doesn't make the pads herself, she does own a business that sells them. So that is the top 5 reasons why you should choose reusable menstrual items, or why you might be reticent to use reusable menstrual items. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.